Welcome to the official Survivor Series review and results video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells for all notifications. I know you're asking yourself. I know you're here asking yourself, was this the best main roster pay-per-view of 2019? I kind of sort of felt that way at some point during this show. You guys want my opinion on this show? Was it a great pay-per-view? No. Was it a damn near perfect pay-per-view? No. Was this a good, enjoyable show? Yeah, it was. This show tonight had its moments. Had its ups, had its downs. The booking decision went fucking straight ballistic. We'll go over on this review. We're going to go over everything on this review. Now, I'm on the train. I'm on the 4 train going home. And I get a fucking notification on my phone that the triple threat tag team match between the Viking Raiders, the New Day, and Undisputed Era got moved to the kickoff show. And I'm here thinking to myself, if you want to start Survivor Series hot, if you want to start the main show hot, you start with that match. Viking Raiders, people are loving Viking Raiders. New Day, you know how people love the New Day and their fucking pancakes. And Undisputed Era, obviously the smart wrestling fan, the NXT fan, is going to appreciate the fact that you have somebody in NXT and Undisputed Era kick off the show. You know what this pay-per-view did tonight? I'm not going to lie to you. It had its ups and it had its downs. The booking decisions were somewhat good, somewhat terrible, and a little bit of out of nowhere. A little bit of, oh, this came out of nowhere. But I thought, overall in general, I thought this pay-per-view was good. It was enjoyable. It had its spots. It had its great matches. Had its bad matches. Now, was there a bad match in this fucking show? Yeah, there was. At least one bad match in this fucking show. I'm going to sit here and say this to you guys right now. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you listen to me or not. I want you guys to let this sink in. Real quick. Out of the big 4 pay-per-views we got this year, Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, what was the best match? What was the best pay-per-view out of all those, out of the big 4? Survivor Series, in my honest opinion, Survivor Series was the better pay-per-view than WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So if I was to go 1 to 4, if I was to go through 1 to 4, I would have Survivor Series at number 1, Rumble number 2, Mania number 3, and SummerSlam number 4. If you're going to rate the big 4 from 1 to 4, SummerSlam, Rumble, Mania, and SummerSlam. I thought out of the 4, SummerSlam was the worst. WrestleMania was 3rd best. Rumble was 2nd best. I'm putting SummerSlam over the Royal Rumble. That's just in my opinion. Why? Because NXT was involved. And can you really sit there and think about this for a second? What if Survivor Series did not include NXT? What if Survivor Series did not include NXT? If it was straight Raw and SmackDown. Now, I'm here thinking about this throughout the entire show. Every single match that we had, every single Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT match that we had tonight, Raw and SmackDown was teaming up together to go up against NXT. And I'm sitting here, I'm thinking to myself, why is Raw and SmackDown working together to go up against NXT when you could have simply booked, Raw and SmackDown going fucking working together against NXT? You know how much that would have been a whole lot better if you put a women's 5 for Raw and SmackDown versus a 5 NXT for the women. And then for the men as well, you could put 2 Raw and 3 SmackDown, or 3 Raw and 2 SmackDown against 5 NXT's best. And then the triple threat matches, yeah, you can do a triple threat a little bit here and there if you want to. If you really want to sit there and want to. I just got that thing like, yo, they should have just put the main roster versus NXT. And I'm thinking to myself, why is Raw and SmackDown working together as a cohesive unit to go up against NXT? There was a point in the show, and especially when during the men's 5-on-5-on-5, I think it was Ciampa, Rollins, and Roman. I think they were in the ring. I think at some point in the show, Ciampa was going to go for the fairy tale ending. Roman hits a Superman punch on Ciampa. Rollins goes for the fucking stomp on Ciampa. Gets the 1, 2, 3. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why is Roman helping Rollins in this match? What the fuck? Why is Rollins and Reigns going up as a cohesive unit to go up against Ciampa? But this is for brand supremacy, though. So why is Roman and Rollins working together against someone like Tommaso Ciampa? And then in the Battle Royal, in the cross-brand tag team Battle Royal, you had Raw and SmackDown guys go together against NXT. Yeah, this is for brand supremacy, though. So how would it look for brand supremacy if you have 2 brands working together against one other brand? I don't get that. I really don't. But outside of that, I thought this show was good. I thought this show was really good. It was good. It was enjoyable. It had its ups. It had its downs. At the end of the day, this, in my opinion, was the best main roster show of 2019. Now, did this pay-per-view surpass NXT TakeOver War Games? No. I seen people on Twitter say, oh, Survivor Series was better than freaking TakeOver. Are you fucking out of your goddamn mind? Seriously, are you out of your mind? Survivor Series being better than TakeOver? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna sit there as a wrestling fan and tell me and tell other people in this community, oh, Survivor Series was better than TakeOver. And then I got fucking an idiot like fucking Brad Shepard says, oh, Undisputed Era is full of fucking vanilla midgets. Oh, why is NXT involved in this fucking show? Brad, shut the fuck up, dude. Honestly, shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing about wrestling. Nothing. I don't give a fuck who listens to me. Brad Shepard, you don't know jack shit. You don't. You don't appreciate wrestling whatsoever. I had to block him on Twitter. I honestly did. But we're going to go over everything here on Survivor Series. Also, if you guys are noticing, give me a second here. If you guys are noticing my shirt, I got the new Kenny Omega t-shirt that was on fucking ProWrestlingTees.com. And also, I'll show it to you guys right now. My package came in. Remember the package that I said that I mentioned on NXT review? That I was going to freaking show it to you guys when it came in? It came in on, I believe, Saturday. It came in right before TakeOver, and I was in Jersey. My brother was texting me saying, oh, Chris, your package came in. I'm like, oh, shit. So I just went back home tomorrow, which is today, on Sunday. So my fiance got me a Kenny Omega t-shirt. I think on this side here has the AEW logo on it. Fantastic shit. Good shit. Also, she got me 3 shirts, by the way. She got me 3 shirts. I'm going to open this one before we get to the review. I want to get through the review real quick so I can post it for you guys on the channel. My fiance got me, where's the bag at? Right here. She got me She got me this. She got me an AEW t-shirt. It's fire. It's an extra large though, by the way. I'm a fucking extra large. And this one is my all-time favorite. Oh my god. I gotta say thank you to Bay, man. I gotta say thank you. She also got me, and this I'm probably gonna wear on Wednesday for Dynamite when they're in Chicago at the Sears Center on Wednesday night. She got me a little bit bubbly. She got me this shirt. You're gonna see me rocking this shirt on Wednesday during Dynamite on Wednesday. You're gonna see me rocking this shirt on Dynamite on Wednesday. Babe, if you're watching, thank you for the surprise and I love you. But we're gonna go over everything right here on the official Survivor Series review right here on the Reality Podcast. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Sunday, November 24th. Yes, 24th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in the channel. If you guys enjoyed Survivor Series, if you guys enjoyed NXT TakeOver War Games on Saturday night, hit that like button also. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts of Survivor Series? I will be reviewing NXT TakeOver War Games on Tuesday. So obviously you're getting the review right now for Survivor Series. Raw review will be tomorrow. They'll be in Chicago tomorrow. And then Tuesday, you guys are going to get NXT TakeOver War Games review on Tuesday. So look forward to that. If you guys enjoyed Survivor Series and TakeOver as well, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. What were your thoughts of Survivor Series Sunday? Also, if you guys are new to the channel or you're watching this video for the very first time, please show your support. Hit that like button also. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn that bell for all notifications. As we're on the road to 200 subscribers right here on the channel. And also, I want to welcome all new subs right here on the channel. I just reached 183 subs. We are 17 away from 200. So if you guys are new to the channel, you're watching this for the first time, or you like what you see on the channel, be sure to show your support. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells, guys, for all notifications. NXT review from Thursday, I believe. Thursday was the last time I uploaded. So NXT reviews live on the channel right now. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT have another brought before Survivor Series. Also, I give you guys my NXT TakeOver War Games preview and predictions also as well after NXT review. Link to this video will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of AEW also. I mean, I forgot. AEW Dynamite as well. I forgot about that. Dynamite review is live on the channel. From this past Wednesday, Scorpio Sky gets a shot at Le Champion next week, which will be on Wednesday in Chicago in the Sears Center. Scorpio Sky will go one-on-one with Chris Jericho for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. This should be good. I can't wait for Dynamite Wednesday. Link to this video will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper hand corner of your screen. Also, check out Monday Night Raw review as well from this past Monday, where Wrestling Entertainment goes with the typical brawl before Survivor Series. Typical shit. I expect Raw to be completely terrible going into fucking Raw tomorrow night in Chicago in the Allstate Arena. Link to this video will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are following your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, folks, if you guys are enjoying the content, if you like what you see so far on the channel and you want to be a supporter of the channel, be sure to show your support. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn those balls, guys, for all notifications. Let's begin Survivor Series review for your Sunday, November 24th, 2019 from the sold out, quote unquote, sold out Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. So I have to do the fucking kickoff show because there was some points added to this fucking show. So, if you guys were keeping score at home, the kickoff show had three matches. They had the cross-brand tag team battle royale. They had the triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship. And they had the triple threat tag team match between the New Day, Undisputed Era, and the Viking Raiders. Now, I'm not going to go over everything here because I really don't, because the pre-show don't really matter to me, but they kept score. They kept score. Cross-brand tag team battle royale. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode win. The only thing that I didn't like was that everybody in NXT got eliminated within 5 minutes. Everybody on Team NXT got eliminated within the first 5 minutes of this match. I did not like that whatsoever. So, Dolph and Robert Roode win. They're up. They were representing Team SmackDown. They were up 1-0. Oh, and by the way, after this review, I have to go watch the Broken Skull Sessions airs with Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker. I have to go watch it. I have to really go watch it. I heard it was really, really good. I've heard people tell me, I'm recording this right now, fucking 12:36 a.m. People were telling me, there's some good shit, Chris, go watch it. So we got the Cruiserweight, or the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match between Lio Rush, Akira Tozawa, and Kalisto. Lio Rush wins. He puts NXT on the board. 1. SmackDown has 1. NXT has 1. And Raw has 0. So Lio Rush wins. The match is good for what it was. I enjoyed some parts of the show. And then the triple threat tag team match that everybody was so pissed off about on social media. New Day versus Viking Raiders versus Undisputed Era. Who do you guys think won that match? If SmackDown was up 1, NXT had 1, Raw had 0, who the fuck did you think won that match? If you guys voted the Viking Raiders, ding, 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 you are correct. What you win, a thumbs up by me. Viking Raiders win. Listen, the match is great. Listen, Ivar, listen here. Ivar, he's a fucking monster, dude. Ivar was a fucking monster. Now, the only negative that I have about this match was the Undisputed Era got pinned. Can I ask, why is Undisputed Era getting pinned here? Why is Undisputed Era getting pinned in this match? Why didn't the New Day get pinned in this matchup? You rather have the New Day pinned. Now, obviously, there's nothing on the line, so of course, taking a pinfall is not going to mean jack shit to you. But at the same time, if you're really thinking about it, why is Undisputed Era getting pinned here? Can I just sit here and ask that question? Don't get me wrong, the match was good. The match was really, really good. Ivar, man, he had some really good spots in this match. Fantastic spots in this match. Ivar, man, for a guy like his size, he can move. He can very much move. But I got to sit here and ask the question. Although this show was good, I got to ask this question. Why was Undisputed Era pinned in this match? Hello? I just don't get why Undisputed Era got pinned here. I'd rather much have the New Day pinned here. And also, at the same time, you could have moved. You could have at least made one more matchup. And then have the main show kick off with this triple threat tag team matchup. But no, you want to put it on the fucking pre-show that nobody watches. That nobody fucking watches. I don't know, dude. But the New Day lose here with Undisputed Era as well. Viking Raiders win. So Raw is finally on the board going into the main show. Kickoff wasn't that bad. Now, I'm going to sit here and say this. Was this the best kickoff show of the entire year? One can say, but it was all right. It wasn't that bad. It was okay, but obviously you have to have NXT win one, Raw win one, and SmackDown win one, having everybody else tied going into the main show. So that I didn't mind. But of course they went down that fucking route anyways. They was gonna go down that route anyways. Did you just notice? Raw's only one victory on this entire show was in the pre-show. Raw did not see a victory in this match, in this fucking show. On the main show, that was Raw's only victory. And that was on the pre-show before it hit 7 p.m. Raw's terrible. Just saying, Raw's terrible. We finally moved to the main show. Survivor Series 2019 begins with a hype video that heavily promotes NXT. I wonder why. The first match of the night is a traditional elimination match, which was the women's Survivor Series elimination match. SmackDown consists Captain Sasha Banks, Carmella, Lacey Evans, Nikki Cross, and Dana Brooke. Team Raw is captained with Charlotte Flair, Kairi Sane, Asuka, Sarah Logan, and Natalya. And finally, Team NXT, which was announced last night after TakeOver on Facebook Live. Team NXT is led by Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm, and Io Shirai. Now, I'm asking myself, when I was watching TakeOver last night, and I was watching Facebook Live, and when Rhea Ripley announced her team for tonight, I asked myself, she picked Candice LeRae, that was her first choice, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm. Now, they showed how Rhea was picking her team. She was talking to Kathy Kelly and Triple H about it. She was telling Triple H all that. Rhea Ripley knew Toni Storm since she was 16, and they competed for the first ever. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think they competed for the NXT UK Women's Championship for the very first one, the inaugural NXT UK Women's Championship. So I like how Rhea Ripley brought that up, you know, a little real life into this freaking thing, which I really did enjoy. Now, also I was thinking to myself, you got Candice LeRae and Io Shirai in this team, and they have a rivalry going on. Can they set their differences aside for just one night and focus at the task at hand? They did that tonight. Listen, what I loved about, and this is the only thing I loved about the women's 5-on-5-on-5, was that Candice and Io was willing to put their differences aside for one night and focus at the task at hand. There was no hint whatsoever of either Candice hitting Io or Io hitting Candice. Loved it. Focus at the task at hand. Now, this match was terrible. Not gonna sit here out of you. This match was terrible. Did the right team win? Yes, it did. The right team won here. The right team obviously won. There was some good spots here with fucking Charlotte getting hit with the fucking green mist. Asuka stabbing Charlotte in the back. That I enjoyed. Then I enjoyed the back and forth between Rhea Ripley and Sasha Banks. That could be a future WrestleMania match, if you ask me. That could be a future WrestleMania match. But there was just something about this match that I didn't like at all. It was just, now you know. And I thought to myself since the show started, man, this could have been 5-on-5. You could have put a mixture of both Raw and SmackDown against NXT. Because Raw and SmackDown are the main roster. They're the main roster. If you ask me, if you ask people there. Raw and SmackDown are the main roster. NXT, people want to say NXT is a fucking developmental brand. People want to say, oh, NXT is not the fucking main roster. In my opinion, NXT is also the main roster. After what the fuck they did tonight on this show, no question, folks, they are the main roster. At the same time, there's a reason why NXT won at Survivor Series. They want people to watch NXT to the point where they have their highest rating against AEW. You can't sit there and tell me anything about that. You can't sit there and tell me, oh, Chris, you're wrong. The reason why NXT won, and I'm not going to lie to you, it was nice to see NXT win here at Survivor Series. I enjoyed that because you want to have people that's not familiar with NXT to go watch NXT on the USA Network. Which I don't mind. But at the end of the day, Vince, if you're going to have people from NXT go to the main roster, don't kill them. Don't spread your fucking agendas and shit. Don't do none of that. After what the fuck happened tonight on this show, I'm not surprised if Triple H knocked on Vince's door and say, Vince, step the fuck down. Let me run this bitch. I'll show you how shit gets done here. Did you see TakeOver last night? TakeOver was fucking phenomenal. Was that the best TakeOver of 2019? I'll give you guys my opinion on Tuesday when I review the show on Tuesday. Trust me, I have a lot to say on TakeOver. A lot of it is good. None of it is bad. Just know. Just know. But, this match was, I'm not going to lie to you. It was okay. It wasn't that bad. But let me say this now about Rhea Ripley. She's the fucking future. Her star shined the brightest this weekend with TakeOver and tonight. Let me tell you, man, NXT's women's division, people could say NXT's women's division is the best out of all pro wrestling, and you're not going to get a complaint out of me. One thing about AEW's women's division is sort of lacking. Not going to lie to you, they're sort of lacking. That's why NXT's there. NXT has the best women's division out there. And people are not going to disagree with me on that. But this match was okay. It wasn't that bad. In my honest opinion, it was okay. It was okay. Now, the only thing that was negative towards this matchup, Charlotte delivers Io Shirai with a spear. And it takes her. I don't know how Candice got hurt at that point in the match. I don't know how Candice got hurt. But Candice and Io were laying down at ringside by the entranceway. And Io and Candice got escorted out of the arena. So NXT women was down 2 already. They were down 2. Attention to detail, folks. They didn't get pinned. And they didn't get made to submit. I was talking to Jessica about this show. I was talking to her about the whole entire show. And she's there asking me, Chris, are they eliminated? No. They're not out of the match. And then she asks me why. Because they didn't get pinned. And they didn't get made to submit. So therefore, they're not out of the match, y'all. They're not out of the match. So, the match went on. I'm going to go over the eliminations here. So, give me a second here. Let me find the entire eliminations here. I forgot who got eliminated first. Because it says here Raw 5, SmackDown 4, and NXT 3. So, NXT already had 3 people gone already. I forgot for Team SmackDown who got eliminated. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I have no idea. I have to go back to my notes. Yeah, I kind of left out who got eliminated for Team SmackDown. Oh, no, it was Nikki Cross. Okay. It was Nikki Cross. So everybody had their 5. NXT had 3 people. So Rhea lifts Nikki onto her shoulders and onto the apron where Belair rolls her up for the first pinfall. So Nikki's eliminated. So SmackDown has 4 people left. Then we got Sarah Logan being eliminated. So Raw has 4 people as well. So Raw 4, SmackDown 4, and NXT 3. Then Carmella drives Bianca by the hair and super kicks her. Charlotte catches Carmella with a natural selection and scores a pinfall. So Carmella is gone. So Raw has 4, SmackDown has 3, and NXT has 3. Then Kairi Sane gets eliminated with Banks hitting the Meteora to Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane's gone. So everybody at Wix has 3. Raw has 3, SmackDown has 3, and NXT has 3. So Charlotte Flair's gone. So Asuka shoves Charlotte and pulls her hair. They continue arguing until Flair pulls her down by the hair. Lacey tries to take advantage of the infighting, but Flair chops her over and over until she collapses. Flair hits the exploder suplex onto the buckles, but Asuka hits her with the green mist and leaves the match. That was just interesting. So Asuka left the match here. Lacey Evans drops Charlotte with the women's right, and Charlotte Flair is eliminated. Lacey Evans eliminates Charlotte with the women's right. So Raw has 1 because Asuka left. Raw has 1. SmackDown has 2, and NXT has 3. So Lacey Evans is gone. Natalya with a clothesline to Storm, then rolls up Evans for the victory. Lacey Evans is gone. So Raw and SmackDown down to 1, and NXT has 3. So from there, Toni Storm gets eliminated, while Natalya and Banks apply the sharpshooter and the Banks statement. Toni Storm taps out. So NXT's down to 2. Then Belair comes in and gets hit with the heart attack from both Banks and Natty. So Belair's gone. So we're down to 1. NXT has 1. Raw has 1. And SmackDown has 1. Then Natalya gets eliminated. Sasha and Natalya look to team up, but Banks turns Natty around and drops her with a right hand for a pinfall. So Natty's gone. So SmackDown is done. SmackDown's 5 are gone. So it's done as Sasha and Rhea Ripley. And let me tell you, the match that they had, the little time that they had was fantastic. I can see them go at it at WrestleMania. I just loved it. I absolutely fucking loved it. I really did. So Ripley wins here. Ripley drives Banks into the barricades and go into the ring apron. Back in the ring, Ripley lifts Banks and looks for the reptile, but Sasha lands on her feet and knees her in the jaw. Io pulls Sasha's head from the apron, then Candice LeRae distracts the referee, allowing Io to hit the springboard dropkick. Then Ripley hits Reptile and NXT scores the first win of the night. Ripley pins Sasha and Team NXT wins here. So overall, NXT has 2 wins, Raw has 1, and SmackDown has 1. I don't know why I did the fucking thumbs up for Raw. Raw has 1, SmackDown has 1, and NXT has 2. This was good. This was good. The exchange between Ripley and Sasha, it was really good. Although we saw this, I believe, on Raw Monday or SmackDown on Friday. I wasn't watching SmackDown, so I don't really care about SmackDown. But Ripley wins here for Team NXT. She's the sole survivor. NXT has 2 victories after the women's elimination matchup. This was really good for what it was. I loved it. I love the last 5 to 10 minutes of this match was really, really good. It got really good at that point. So we see footage from last night's War Games. It was Kevin Owens appeared as the mystery man for Tommaso Ciampa's War Games team. KO is sitting backstage, and up walks Seth Rollins to loud boos. Yeah, Vince, you can't fix the audio this time. You're in fucking Chicago, bro. KO asks if he came to stare or if he has something to say. Rollins says he needs answers. The whole world saw what Owens did last night. He asked if he can trust him tonight. Owens says, first of all, last night was about getting even with the Undisputed Era. And he has a strong connection to NXT. He loves it. But NXT doesn't need him. While Monday Night Raw desperately needs him. Shut. So don't worry. Tonight, he is Team Raw. Owens says it's rich, though, coming from Rollins, then does the Shield fist post. A direct shot towards Rollins. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself on this. Is KO going to possibly turn heel on Seth Rollins, stabs Team Raw in the back, and joins NXT? After what happened with him and Triple H on Raw last week, the fact that he joined Team Ciampa for War Games last night, it's there for KO to turn heel. No, not turn heel. I mean, stab Rollins in the back and then join NXT. I mean, if you want to sit as a heel turn, you can kind of say that. As a heel turn, you can kind of say that. But we'll talk about that later on. Up next is the triple threat match between Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, AJ Styles, the U.S. Champion, and Roderick Strong, the North American Champion. Now, by the way, if you guys want my thoughts on the IC title belt, the new IC title belt, it looks fucking phenomenal. I love it. So we got the triple threat match between Nakamura, Styles, and Roderick Strong. This match is great. Great matchup. I predicted Styles to win here. But that wasn't the case. NXT tonight. No, actually, Vince tonight. This is the only part of the show that Vince threw you a curveball. People were predicting, Styles is gonna win. People were even predicting Nakamura to win. Nobody was picking Roderick Strong to win this match. And guess what? Roderick Strong wins this match. And like I said on Twitter, Roderick Strong was just there at the right place at the right time. Typical opportunist thing on wrestling. Right place, right time. You pick up the bones. 1, 2, 3. You get the victory. AJ did most of the damage. Roderick Strong tosses Styles out. Pins Nakamura 1, 2, 3. This was a phenomenal match. Great matchup, though. Listen, Roderick Strong, out of everybody in Undisputed Era, you got Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. Look who's the most underrated member in that fucking faction. Roderick Strong. He's the most let me say this now about Roderick Strong, man. He's the most underrated fucking athlete, not only in NXT, in Undisputed Era. The guy has a lot of potential. My apologies. The man has a lot of potential. A lot. I can see him shining on the main roster, but it's only a matter of time if Vince looks at Undisputed Era, they're going to split them apart as if it's a fucking ice cream cone. As if it's a fucking banana split. Once Vince takes a look at Undisputed Era, he will split them up like a fucking banana split on a hot Sunday night. It's the truth. Strong wins here in a great matchup. I'm going to go towards the end here. Styles and Nakamura come face to face and trade blows. AJ with a Pele kick and Nakamura with a flying knee from the second rope. Nakamura with a fireman's carry, sit out powerbomb for a near fall. Styles counters a Kinshasa into a Styles clash, but Nakamura kicks him away. Styles comes off the apron with the phenomenal form to Nakamura. But Roderick comes back and tosses Styles out and pins Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, the only thing about this is they're going to say, oh, Chris, champions were pinned here. Aren't you supposed to be going off? No. Because why? They don't lose anything. And plus, there's a pay-per-view where nothing is on the line. So therefore, you have a champion being pinned by another champion doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, Nakamura, Styles, and Strong, they all look good coming out of this matchup. They all look good. Don't worry about it. Everything will go back to normal as soon as Raw tunes in tomorrow night on the USA. Like, everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. This is great. Nobody predicted Strong in the ring. I predicted Styles doing this match, but I was wrong. So NXT at this case, they're looking good on the scoreboard. They're looking good. They're looking really good. NXT has 3. SmackDown and Raw have 1. Yeah, NXT is not the fucking A show. Yeah, people are saying, oh, NXT is not the, NXT is not the main show. You still got Raw and SmackDown. Fuck AEW. Did you guys see that sign that says, hey, Tim, AEW sucks? I would burn that sign immediately. Because AEW is certainly better than Raw and SmackDown. Certainly miles better than Raw and SmackDown. Fuck that. NXT wins, Roderick Strong wins. NXT have a commanding lead. They're up 3-1 to 1 after 5 matches thus far. The Miz is backstage with Daniel Bryan. Miz says they're both family men and they've both been in the ring with the best of the best. However, he's never felt anything like the Fiend. It was like pure evil. He begs Daniel Bryan for both their sakes to put an end to the Fiend. Bryan responds with, get out of my face. So I don't know what's going on there between Bryan and the Miz. I don't know what's going on with there. I have no idea. Then we get to the NXT Championship match between Adam Cole, baby, and Pete Dunne, the Cruiserweight. Now, I will say this though. One thing that not only the show, but this particular match between Cole and Dunne, they desperately needed Mauro Ranallo. Now, I've heard something about Mauro deleting his Twitter account because of what Corey Graves said about him. If that is to be true, fuck you, Corey Graves. Honestly, Mauro Ranallo is the best not the best ring announcer. He's the best commentator in the fucking business right now. He's the best commentator in his entire fucking business. Corey Graves. If I were you, you should learn a thing or two from Mauro. Because did you hear him last night during fucking TakeOver last night? The man was phenomenal at TakeOver last night. How dare you fucking criticize him if this is ended to be true? If this ended to be true, fuck you, Corey Graves. For real. For real. For real. Honestly. But this match, the match between Cole and Dunn, it was fucking phenomenal. The one thing that I gotta say about this match, the crowd was dead. For the majority of this match, the crowd was dead. Until the second Adam Cole delivered a super kick to Pete Dunne, it woke up the entire crowd. It woke up the entire crowd. This matchup desperately needed Morrow's voice, man. Listen. Oh, man. Listen, something that NXT does right is get the crowd hot. That is something that NXT does right. Is that they deliver every which way. That's something Raw and SmackDown cannot do, which is deliver. The only thing Vince delivers to us when it comes to Raw and SmackDown is NyQuil, fucking sleeping fucking pills and shit. NyQuil, fluffy pillows, and nice little fucking blankets. Because my God, these shows suck on Raw and SmackDown. Terrible. Terrible. This NXT Championship match between Cole and Pete Dunne, amazing. A great matchup. A great matchup. Just give me the fucking proper build. Now Pete Dunne, he won a triple threat match at TakeOver against Damian Priest and Killian Dane to earn this opportunity at Adam Cole at the NXT Championship. This match was great. This match was great. The one thing that I must say here, Pete Dunne can take a loss and nothing will happen to him. Pete Dunne looked good in this matchup. Pete Dunne looked good in this match. He looked phenomenal. He was this close from winning the NXT Championship, but I'm here telling myself they're booking this match because the NXT Championship was not defended at TakeOver, so they have to put it at Survivor Series, which I was okay with. I told myself while watching this matchup, the only person that's taking the NXT Championship from Adam Cole is Tommaso Ciampa. When will we get that match? Hopefully, and I'm praying to God on this, TakeOver Tampa. I don't see this match happening at TakeOver Portland, which is the next TakeOver, which will be in February, which certainly confirms that there will not be a TakeOver during Royal Rumble weekend, which technically really does confirm it. I don't mind it. I mean, I kind of mind it, but at the same time, I understand why that they're not having a TakeOver during Rumble weekend. I understand why, because in case of what AEW does, they can have a pay-per-view that weekend. Who knows? They can have a pay-per-view during that weekend. But Adam Cole retains the NXT Championship. And I thought for a second, when Pete Dunne hit the bitter end, legitimately thought that Pete Dunne was going to win the title. I thought to myself, no. Here's the bitter end. That move was protected. Well, somewhat protected. It was protected during his entire title reign. It was fucking protected. Now, Adam Cole kicked out of the bitter end. Crazy. The one spot that just made me cringe was when Adam Cole hit the Panama Sunrise on the fucking apron. Yeah, you heard me right. Adam Cole gave Pete Dunne the Panama Sunrise on the fucking apron. My guy, Jesus Christ. The crowd went crazy when Cole hit that move on the fucking apron. The crowd went nuts. I just jumped out of my fucking bed. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm sitting here asking myself, how is Adam Cole doing this after what he did at War Games last night? How was he doing this? I said, Matt Riddle could be my MVP for 2019. No, it's Adam Cole. The fact that you performed that move after what you went through at War Games last night with the spot from Ciampa from the top of the fucking cage to fucking 2 tables, I ask myself, what spot was worse? Ciampa and Cole or Gargano and Cole back at fucking Toronto? What spot was worse? So that happened. Dunn gets back to the ring. At 9, at the 9 count, and Cole immediately clocks him with a kick for a near fall. The fans are going bananas at this fucking point. Cole stands on the hand of Dunn, but the Bruiserweight snaps the fingers of Cole. Dunn looks for the bitter end again, but Cole counters with the Panama Sunrise. Yes, again, he fucking countered the bitter end and made it into the fucking Panama Sunrise again. And follows up with the last shot and retains the NXT Championship. This was phenomenal. In my opinion, this was the match of the night. Thus far. NXT title match, in my opinion, so far, was the match of the night. This match was great. Pete Dunne taking a pinfall does not kill him. It does not hurt him. This was a last-minute match. It doesn't hurt him. Now, I understand if this match was booked with the proper build. Yeah, sure. It looks bad on him. But because of the fact that this was last minute, yeah, sure. Pete Dunne can take a pinfall and not look bad at the end of the day. So Cole retains the NXT Championship. Really good from there. Moving on here with the show. Universal Championship match. The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. Now, one thing. Hold on. I was texting Cyrex. Give me a second. I was texting Cyrex. He just texted me. One thing about this match. The match was good. It wasn't that bad. It was good for what it was. Actually, it was a really great matchup. If you sat there and asked me. The one thing that bothered me in this entire matchup was the fact that they wrestled on the red lighting again. Now, I understand it's a part of Bray Wyatt's character. Every single time Bray Wyatt has a matchup, the lighting has to go red. Can we cut that off, please? Because you didn't do that when Wyatt had his debut. Well, The Fiend had his debut at SummerSlam. It was just regular lighting. The regular lighting. They did this at Hell in a Cell. They did it at Crown Jewel. And they did it tonight. It's at a point where it's starting to bother me. And it bothered me after doing Crown Jewel. When Rollins and Wyatt fought for the Universal title. Why are they wrestling on the fucking red lighting? Now, like I said, I understand that they are fucking playing up the fact that it's Bray Wyatt's character. I understand that. But at the end of the day, this is a Daniel Bryan matchup. Why are they fighting through red lighting? That's all I'm asking. Other than that, the match was great. The match is fantastic. Daniel Bryan looked like a believable babyface that he could beat The Fiend. It had enough build. The match was great. The build to the match was great. The match in itself was great. I don't see Bray Wyatt at all losing anytime soon. And from the reports that I heard, and I was watching off the script yesterday, JD reported that Wyatt is going to go undefeated going into WrestleMania. Undefeated as the Universal Champion. He's going to go into WrestleMania, defend the title against Roman Reigns. And Roman is going to be the guy to beat The Fiend at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. Can I ask why? What does Vince have when it comes to undefeated streaks? We'll talk about that on the podcast this weekend. The match was great. I just don't understand why they're fighting through red lighting. Just cut it off, please. Just cut it off. The match was great. I had Jessica telling me, "Oh, Chris, why does Bray Wyatt have, his 2 fingers sticking down through his throat?" He doesn't really have it. It's not really there. Listen, it's not really there. It's like this. It's just Daniel Bryan was just selling the move. That's what he did. He was just selling the fact that the move was that dangerous. That's all he's doing. Some wrestling, there's acting in some wrestling. There's acting. You gotta sell. Daniel Bryan is one hell of a seller. Listen, the mandible claw is the most devastating move in Mankind's repertoire. He handed down the Bray Wyatt, and he made it even more devastating than ever before. This match is great, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Bryan grabs the arms of Wyatt and stomps his head repeatedly. Bryan goes to the corner and does a slow yes chant before hitting the running knee for a 2 count. I thought Bryan was going to win the title there. Loud banging Bryan chant from the fans, but Wyatt is up before Bryan is. The Fiend applies the mandible claw on Bryan on the top rope, but Daniel Bryan counters with an armbar over the ropes. Bryan takes to the top rope but gets punched out of midair. The Fiend looks for Sister Abigail, but Bryan rolls him up for a near fall. Bryan attempts to run a knee, but the Fiend catches him in midair with the mandible claw, and Bryan passes out. Referee counts 1, 2, 3. Wyatt retains the Universal Championship. This is great. The match was beautifully booked. Obviously, the Fiend was going to win here. They just did the fact that, Bray Wyatt is that dominant. He beat Daniel Bryan. A believable, lovable Daniel Bryan. This was good shit. I loved it. I loved every single bit of this matchup. We go backstage for an interview with Rey Mysterio. Sarah Schreiber asks Rey about how he feels about tonight. Rey says it's been over a decade since he faced Brock Lesnar, but he's a different Rey Mysterio. He says he will do things tonight that the old Mysterio wouldn't even dream of doing. Rey says he considered retiring recently, but he didn't because of his son. And tonight is the kind of thing where he would tell his son to look away. But tonight, he wants Dominic to watch very closely as he massacres Brock Lesnar and takes his WWE Championship. We'll talk about that match in a little bit. It's time for the second traditional Survivor Series match of the evening. Team Raw is captained by Seth Rollins with Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, and Ricochet. Team SmackDown is led by Roman Reigns with King Corbin, Chad Gable, I will not call him Shorty G, Chad Gable, Mustafa Ali, and Braun Strowman. And Tommaso Ciampa leads Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Damian Priest, and Walter. I forgot to mention that Shawn Michaels, during the pre-show, announced Team NXT, which is Ciampa, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Damian Priest, and Walter, the NXT UK champion. Here is my negative thing about this match. You have Walter. Now, I seen JD tweet this, so I'm going to give him credit on this. And I thought the same way also as well. Walter is an undefeated champion in WWE. He is an undefeated champion representing NXT UK. Why is he being pinned in 3 minutes? Can somebody clarify me on that? Why do you have an undefeated champion being pinned in less than 3 minutes of the fucking matchup? This pissed me off. That right there, when Walter got pinned, pissed me off. It pissed me off completely. I'm like, yeah, Vince is gonna bury NXT. After seeing Walter getting pinned within the first 3 minutes of this matchup, I thought to myself, NXT is not winning this matchup. Just with that alone, I thought to myself, NXT is not going to win this matchup. I will go over the eliminations here. So Walter is eliminated by Drew McIntyre with the Claymore kick. So Walter's gone. NXT now has 4 people. Then Shorty G gets eliminated. Ciampa tags in, but Ricochet hits both and him and Shorty G with a springboard moonsault. Kevin Owens makes the tag and goes up top. He can hit either Ciampa or Shorty with a frog splash, and he pauses to think before diving onto Shorty with a pinfall. I'm here thinking to myself, why didn't Kevin Owens go for Ciampa? Really? Where does his loyalty lie at this fucking point? By not hitting Ciampa. So, Owens hits his frog splash on Shorty G, or should I say Chad Gable. Gable, it's eliminated, so now SmackDown has 4 people. Then Kevin Owens gets eliminated, and I'm here thinking to myself, Kale gets eliminated. he's got to show up at some point to see where his loyalties lie with Seth Rollins, right? At some point in the show. So, Owens then hits Corbin with a stunner on the outside and sends him back in, only to be caught with the draping DDT from Ciampa for the pinfall. So after Ciampa invited KO to War Games, Ciampa just basically stabbed you in the back. So there you go. He's got to look out for his fucking brand at the end of the day. So KO gets eliminated out. Raw has 4 guys. Everyone at this point is even out with 4 guys. So Damian Priest gets eliminated. Damian Priest looks for the reckoning, but he looks to get hit with the RKO and gets pinned. So Orton pins Priest. Priest is gone. NXT has 3 guys. Matt Riddle runs in, and Orton looks for a 3rd RKO, but Riddle counters into a roll-up and gets it. Orton gets pinned by Matt Riddle, and at this point, the crowd is going crazy. The referee forces Orton out, but in comes in Corbin after Orton hits the RKO on Riddle. Corbin comes in, gets the pinfall. Riddle is gone. So NXT is down with just 2. NXT is down with 2. So from there, Braun Strowman is gone. He gets counted out. Strowman runs around the ring for a second time after just destroying everybody with fucking tackles. Strowman runs around the ring for the second time, but Keith Lee dives into him. McIntyre hits Strowman with a Claymore kick on the floor, and he gets counted out. So Strowman's gone. Raw has 3, SmackDown has 3, and NXT has 2. Ricochet comes in with a missile drop kick on Lee. Jumps off Corbin, hits Mustafa with the enziguri on the apron. Ricochet hits Corbin with a springboard clothesline that flips over the ropes onto Roman Reigns on the floor, which was a good spot there. Ricochet heads up top. It looks for the 450, but Lee moves. Ricochet runs into the end of days from King Corbin, and that's that. So Ricochet's gone. Raw now has 2. SmackDown has 3, and NXT down has 2. Mustafa Ali, the hometown boy, tags himself off of Corbin, hits a spinning heel kick to Ciampa. Ali kicks Rollins, hits Ciampa with a face buster. Ali catches Rollins with a tornado DDT, then wipes out Corbin, Ciampa, and Rollins with a suicide dive. So at this point, Ali throws Ciampa into the steel steps, then a super kick and slides back inside, but Corbin pulls him out. I don't know why Corbin fucking acts like a fucking prick for Team SmackDown. Corbin berates Ali, but Mustafa slaps him in the face. Mustafa slides back into the ring and gets caught with the stomp by Rollins and gets pinned. So Mustafa Ali is gone. Raw and SmackDown NXT now has 2 people. So at this point, after that, Drew McIntyre is gone. Ciampa and McIntyre are legal in the ring, and Drew hits an inverted Alabama slam for a near fall. McIntyre looks for the Claymore kick, but Reigns returns with a spear to beat him. Drew's gone. Raw's down to 1 guy. Raw's down to 1 guy, which is Seth Rollins at this point, King Corbin gets eliminated here. Everyone is down to crawl to make tags. King Corbin runs in and knocks Lee from the apron. Then drags Reigns over to tag him in. Corbin trash talks Roman into the corner, then looks for a choke slam by Ciampa, but he lands on his feet. Reigns hits Corbin with a Superman punch followed by a spear, and Ciampa takes the pinfall. Now right there, I'm asking myself, why is Roman fucking up his tag team partner in King Corbin? Now, yeah, I understand that they have a fucking feud. I understand that they have a feud going on, but still, look for your brand. You have to coexist for your brand at the end of the day. So King Corbin's gone. Raw has 1. SmackDown has 1. And NXT has 2. This is the part of the matchup where I just went pissed the fuck off on Twitter. So Ciampa is for the fairy tale ending, but Rollins escapes. Super kicks Ciampa. Goes for the stomp, but nobody's home. Rollins comes off the top rope but gets caught with a knee. Ciampa attempts a fairy tale ending, but Reigns returns with a Superman punch, followed by a stomp from Seth, and Ciampa is gone. And I forgot to mention the fact that Rollins and Reigns are on the outside, and Ciampa is on the outside as well. They went to go clear an announce table because they wanted to do the quote-unquote Shield powerbomb. And I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck is Moxley at? Moxley would never want to be a part of this. Why are they doing this? Why is Rollins and Reigns coexisting, working together to take on fucking Ciampa? Fight for your brand, folks. Fight for your brand. At this point, this match was terrible until the King Corbin elimination. From this point, the match went chaotic at this fucking point. So after King Corbin's gone, Ciampa's gone, which I fucking mentioned. Keith Lee gets into the ring and attacks and tackles both Reigns and Rollins at the fans sing to him. Oh, bask in his glory. I fucking love that chant. Love that chant. So, I'm here thinking to myself, Ciampa's gone. Everybody wanted Ciampa to eliminate Rollins. The whole crowd was going to pop when Rollins got eliminated by fucking Ciampa, but Reigns fucking kills everything, hit the Superman punch, then Rollins hit the fucking stomp on Ciampa. 1, 2, 3, Ciampa's gone. So after Ciampa was gone, Seth Rollins was gone also. Oh my God. Rollins is gone. Lee gets put on the apron, but he dives over the ropes with a crossbody to both men. Lee looks to slam Rollins, but Seth lands on his feet and delivers a super kick. Rollins heads to the top, hits the frog splash, but Lee kicks out. The fans chant NXT, but Rollins yells at them, "I built it, and I'll tear it down." Rollins looks for the stomp, but gets hit with a jackhammer from Lee. Seth Rollins is eliminated at this point. The crowd is going crazy as if the fucking Chicago Bears won the fucking Super Bowl. In your dreams. So we're down to Keith Lee and Roman Reigns. And at this point, this was the best part of the entire show. This was the best part of the entire show. Reigns stares at Lee from the outside. The fans sing for Lee, and Reigns slowly gets into the ring. Reigns hits a Superman punch, but Lee kicks out at 2.9. Reigns takes to the corner and readies for the spear, but Lee hits the spirit bomb and Reigns kicks out. I thought Lee hit the 3 count there. I thought when Lee hit the spirit bomb, I thought it was gonna be a 3 count. I legitimately thought it was gonna be a 3 count. Reigns kicks out. Lee takes to the top rope and looks for the moonsault, but nobody's home. Reigns hits the spear and gets the 1, 2, 3. The old classic saying, you go to the top, you crash, and you burn. That's what Keith Lee did. Lee went for the fucking moonsault. Nobody was home. Reigns hit the spear, hits a 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Reigns is the sole survivor. Raw has 1, SmackDown has 2, and NXT has 3. After the match, Roman and Keith come face to face. Roman gives him a fist bump. At the end of the day, I understand why they had Roman Reigns as the fucking sole survivor here, beating NXT. I understand why. It's because, folks, the Roman Reigns agenda, folks, has returned. I'm going to say this right now. The Roman Reigns agenda is back, folks. It's back. It's pretty much predictable here. Who's going to win the men's Rumble match in 2020 in Houston? Roman Reigns, folks. I'm going to say this right now. It is right now 1:24 in the morning on November 25th, 2019. We're not even in January yet. We're not even in Rumble season yet. We're not even in WrestleMania season. I will say this right now on this review. When it happens, you are going to go back to this video and you're going to fucking watch what I say. Roman Reigns, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns will be the men's 2020 Royal Rumble winner. He will face The Fiend at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns will be the guy to take The Fiend down and win the Universal Championship, handing The Fiend his first ever loss. Get ready, folks. It's coming. It's coming, folks. Get ready for it. Get ready, folks. Other than that, why would Reigns be the fucking sole survivor for this fucking matchup? It could have been anybody else on Team SmackDown. It could have been Ali. It could have been fucking Corbin. It could have been fucking Shorty G. Chad Gable. It could have been Strowman. No. You give it to Roman. Folks, get ready. The Roman Reigns agenda will be in full effect in January and at WrestleMania. Get ready. The last 10 minutes of this matchup was great. The last 10 minutes of this matchup was absolutely great. It was great the last 10 minutes. But overall, the match sucked. Overall. Especially when you have fucking Walter being pinned in the first 3 minutes of this match. So mind you, he's an undefeated champion in NXT UK. Undefeated. With, quite possibly, next to Undisputed Era, the most over faction in all of WWE. That pissed me off throughout the rest of the fucking show. Just bothered me at this point, bro. It just bothered me at that point. It really did bother me. We see the Raw Women's Champion backstage. Lynx cuts a promo. I'm not going to go over it because I don't really care. Listen, I will say this though, about the main event. About the Shayna Baszler, Bayley, Becky Lynch match. The match was boring. The match was just boring for me. No holds bar match for the coveted WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio. This match is great. I said this many, many times before. You give Brock Lesnar a smaller guy than him, he will sell his ass off, and he will perform, and he will work his ass off. What Lesnar did tonight against Rey, phenomenal. Absolute phenomenal. This match was brilliantly booked. This match was great. For the time that they got, it was necessary for them to go out at that time. Great. Great. Honestly, you take out 5 to 10 minutes out of the main event and you give it to Brock and Rey, that would have been match of the night, in my honest opinion. Or you take out 10 to 15 minutes out of the men's matchup. You give it to Brock and Rey, match of the night. Guarantee you, match of the night. So Brock retains here. Brock retains. Now, there was a point where Dominic showed up, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Watching Dominic coming in the ring with a towel in his hand, I thought to myself, this show took a shot at AEW Full Gear. This matchup took a shot at Cody and Jericho from Full Gear. Remember when MJF tossed the white towel into the ring? Dominic came into the ring with the towel, and they took a direct shot towards AEW Full Gear. They took a direct shot at Full Gear, folks. If you didn't notice it, go re-watch it back. I have the report here. It's on my phone. I have the report here, if I can find it. I have the report. It says, before I continue on with the review here, it says, WWE on Fox takes shot at Full Gear finish during Survivor Series. Now, WWE on Fox might only comment on World Entertainment shows. But they apparently pay attention to AEW as well. The Brock Lesnar Rey Mysterio match opened the door to take a shot at AEW, and the company took full advantage of that. During Rey's match against Lesnar, Dominic ran into the ring. Rey's son tried to throw in the towel, but Lesnar stopped him. Then the match carried on. Chris Jericho versus Cody Rhodes at Full Gear ended with MJF throwing in the towel as he stood in Cody's corner. This is why it's so interesting that World Wrestling Entertainment on Fox's Twitter account tweeted out, throwing in the towel, not in WWE, end quote. Along with 2 LOL emojis and a picture of Dominic trying to throw in the towel on his father. Obviously, they were trying to say something with this comment, and the fans certainly took notice. If you haven't watched it, go back to it. But it led to a great ending. I'm not gonna lie to you. It led to a really good ending. Dominic comes in with a white towel. He begs Brock to stop, but Brock grabs the towel and throws it away. Lesnar grabs Dominic by the throat, but Rey low blows Lesnar. Dominic then low blows Lesnar. Rey hits Brock with the pipe in the back. Then again and again, Dominic comes in with a steel chair and he hits Brock, who falls in the middle rope. Rey and Dominic then hit Stereo 619 to Lesnar. Dominic goes up top, hits a frog splash onto the Beast, followed by one from Mysterio, and they both pin him, but Brock kicks out at 2. Heyman is holding his head. That was the point where I thought Ray was going to win the WWE Championship there. I thought Ray was going to legitimately win the title there tonight. Ray and Dominic get up and head to opposing corner. Lesnar jumps up, grabs Dominic, and German suplexes him across the ring. Ray then looks for a crossbody, but Lesnar catches him, hits an F5 for the win. This, folks, was the quickest match of the entire night. This match was the quickest match of the entire night. Brock wins and retains the WWE Championship. This match was great. It was great for what it was. It was great for the amount of time that they got. I just wish they could have got at least 10 more minutes in this matchup. It would have been a 5-star classic. If this match had at least 10 more minutes, it would have been better. It would have been better, but they got the time slot that they got. They went second to last. I don't mind it. At the end of the day here, Brock wins. Ray looks good at the end. Well, he got fucking destroyed here at the end of the day. Dominic looks destroyed here at the end of the day. Brock retains. Life goes on. Life goes on with Brock Lesnar. I bet you money the next time we see him is the Royal Rumble. I guarantee you we're not going to see Brock at TLC. I guarantee you. Guarantee you we're not going to see Brock Lesnar at TLC, which is the last pay-per-view of 2019. So Brock retains the WWE Championship, which goes on to the main event. Raw Women's Champion versus SmackDown Women's Champion versus NXT Women's Champion. Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler versus Bayley. Can I ask, why is this match main eventing Survivor Series? If I was to make the card, if I was to build this card, I would not have, after watching this match, after watching this main event, I would not have Becky, Shayna, and Bayley main event the show. The match I would have had to main event the show was either the men's 5-on-5 match or Brock and Ray. Or if you want to risk it up also, NXT. The NXT Championship match should have been in the show. So if I was to build this matchup, this card, I would have had either Brock and Ray main event this match, the men's 5-on-5, or Cole and Dunn to main event the show. The crowd was absolutely dead for this match. Dead. When I mean dead, muerto, dead. You couldn't, you could hear a coin drop. You could hear a fucking pin drop. This crowd was dead, sleeping. You know what the fuck I was doing while watching this fucking main event? Playing on my Switch. I did not give two, and I'm not going to sit here loud to you. I was playing with my Switch while hearing the matchup. And mind you, they have Shayna Baszler in this main event, and I couldn't give two fucks about this match. I thought to myself in the end, either Team NXT is going to win the men's, or NXT is going to get the victory from the women's matchup. The main event triple threat women's matchup. And guess what? Shayna Baszler retained. Well, not retained. She won the matchup. She won the matchup. Now, obviously, they had Shayna take the pin at War Games last night. I thought to myself, there's no way Shayna is going to lose twice in the same weekend. You have to eventually give her a victory. And guess what? Shayna made Bayley tap out to the Kuda Fuda clutch. Shayna Baszler wins. NXT wins the entire event. There you go. The show's over. So, Shayna catches her with the Kuda Fuda clutch. Bayley taps out. I mean, nothing really happened on this fucking show. Nothing really happened. Well, not in the show. Nothing really happened on this pay-per-view. Why am I keep saying pay-per-view? Nothing really happened in this matchup that was memorable. Nothing happened. Shayna won. She looked dominant. There you go. Match is over. Shayna wins. She put the Kuda Fuda clutch on Bayley after Bayley was looking for the Maxwell elbow. Gets caught with the Kuda Fuda clutch. Bayley struggles and taps out. NXT wins 4. SmackDown has 2. Raw has 1 in the end. Who's the A show, folks? I would love to know. What show's the A show? NXT. Shayna Baszler with NXT wins the Survivor Series with the palm. Baszler celebrates for their NXT championship by standing on the announce table above Becky Lynch. The sore loser, that is. The man swipes Baszler's feet as she falls on the table. Becky hits Shayna with a snapmare into the next table, then stands on the barricade and puts Baszler through a table with the leg drop. We're reminded that Baszler did not beat Becky Lynch and that Lynch is still the man. Raw stands tall at the end of the show. And then from there, the show goes off the air with Becky Lynch holding up the Raw Women's Championship. I don't know why that happened as the show goes off the air. Damn, an hour and 15-minute review. Jesus Christ. This must be one of the most longest videos I ever fucking done on this channel. Like I said, folks, this show was good. Not great. It had its great moments. It had its bad moments. At the end of the day, NXT is the top brand here in WWE. And if Survivor Series didn't confirm that for you, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. The show was good. Was it the best main roster show of the year? Yeah. You got to compare Survivor Series with the Royal Rumble. Only difference was between Survivor Series and the Rumble. NXT was involved at Survivor Series, and NXT was somewhat involved at the Royal Rumble. But nonetheless, it was a good show. Basically, I have nothing else to say. This was a good show. I just don't understand why Becky attacked Shayna to end the show and Raw stood tall. Why? Have Shayna celebrate. Have NXT have their moment. No, you gotta have a fucking Raw superstar attack the NXT superstar like a fucking sore loser that Becky Lynch is to end the fucking show. Don't get it. Other than that, folks, TakeOver, again, TakeOver just surpassed Survivor Series. It was... TakeOver War Game was a phenomenal show. This show tonight was a good show. It wasn't great. It wasn't damn near perfect. It was a good show. It was a good show for what it was. And that, folks, is the reality of things right here on the Survivor Series review right here on the Reality Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the review, hit that like button. You leave a comment down below. What you guys thought of Survivor Series tonight? Also, if you guys are new to the channel, show your support. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn that bell, guys, for all notifications. We are dangerously close to 200 subs right here on the channel. NXT reviews live on the channel right now, as well as AEW Dynamite and Monday Night Raw reviews. All these videos will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are following me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris was hated. And like I said, folks, if you guys are enjoying the content and you're watching this for the very first time and you like what you see on the channel, show your support. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on bells, guys, for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw review. Should be fucking terrible. Raw should be terrible as always tomorrow night. But the only positive thing about Raw tomorrow, it's in Chicago. So Chicago, I expect you guys to fucking kill Seth Rollins to the point where he's dead and gone and buried. There you guys go from there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Chris. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video all over social media. I will see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw review and also with a brand new week of content right here on the channel. Till then, I'm Chris. Talk to you guys later.